Okay, welcome back to Final Yap. Today we're going to review Cub, Wunderhorse's debut album. You're a big fan of this one?
Massive, yeah. I think Wunderhorse are up there with one of the best bands around at the minute, definitely. And I think they're only going to get bigger as they go on.
Yeah, it was a band that was actually really late to it. Like, I didn't listen to them until their next album came out. I remember you telling me about them and I don't know how I never got around to listen to them.
Yeah, no, they're unreal.
Well, we're going to kick it off with the first song, Butterflies. There's a Radiohead album, that's how it literally starts.
Like what?
Like this song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So Butterflies, what are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts on this? It's very up to you. I've listened to this album plenty of times, so I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, well, literally listening to this song sounds really, really like Radiohead. I was listening to that as well. It's an album called OK Computer, and the intro to this is an intro to one of the songs that sounds very similar. But I think you're going to see that a lot through a lot of this album, that it's a lot of those inspirations from the 90s bands.
Yeah.
Radiohead, the Stone Roses. I was reading in one of the interviews by Jacob Slater, and he's talking about some of the bands that he was inspired by.
Yeah.
He was going back all the way to Joni Mitchell and like Neil Young.
Oh, really?
People who I would not have put into
Siobhan would love
that category. Yeah. And actually, I said this album started off as a solo project for Jacob Slater during COVID. He was the frontman of a rock band called the Dead Pretties. Then, kind of over time and over the course of COVID, founded this band, created Wunderhorse.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, no, brilliant. So, going to go on to the next song now with Leaders of the Pack.
Guitar riff on this class.
Yeah, they're like a real 90s band, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's what we listening to this as well. There's kind of like the Nirvana aspect.
He does give off Kurt Cobain vibes live anyway, definitely.
Yeah, well, that's what we're really looking forward now to them when they're playing Dublin.
Yeah.
Playing now in August. It's like good artists imitate great artists steal. If you take the best bits from, this bit from Radiohead, this guitar from Stone Roses, this kind of grunge element from Kurt Cobain, blend it all together, create your own thing. So, Leaders of the Pack.
Yeah, it just enticed you straight away. I think that guitar riff is pretty special. Like, it's extremely catchy. It's one of my favourite guitar riffs in the past few years. What I can remember in the last couple of years anyway. But yeah, it just draws you in straight away. Continues on from the first track. I love that track, and it's brilliant live as well.
I love the blend of grunge into it as well. As I said, I was talking about like the Nirvana influence. There's that kind of indie rock, it's grunge. Yeah, I said I don't know how I was really late to the party and listening to this band. They've opened for Sam Fender, they've opened for Fontaines, I think they're opening for Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day recently actually.
They're really blowing up. That's one great thing about going to concerts, you get to see these bands on the way up.
Yeah, well, there's not worse when you go to concert and the sport act doesn't bring you in. You're just kind of, you might be going to the bar or something like that, you're not interested in listening, but when there's a proper band there, like when I went to see Sam Fender, I was like listening to two of my favourite artists at the minute. So it was deadly, yeah.
Yeah, well, saying that now, we're going to move on to the next track, Purple.
Green
He's from London. The band was formed. It wasn't Brian. I can't remember what I really saw the other day. The people said this all band are dead as well, they're pretty.
Yeah, purple.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, it's a track like you can just imagine it live, the ambience of the purple lights, the stage lights possibly, and another guitar riff that brings you in, but kind of at a slower pace, and a real song that probably the crowd could really get involved in singing. Yeah, I think it's another great track, another strong track, definitely.
Yeah, and that's that bit of the Stone Roses vibe to it. I remember when I was listening to this album for this, I made sure I was doing it when I was in the car, because there is a bit difference when, you know, the radio speakers in the car compared to listening on your AirPods.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that we're going to move on to the next track, Atlantis.
I don't want to be remembered.
That clearly was the best song down by Milo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well done, dude.
I don't want to be forgotten.
His voice is great though.
Yeah, it's
The
great.
songwriting as well, the songwriting's class.
Ever see videos of him playing live?
Only a
He
few.
was a fucking lunatic, like. Shakes his head after one gig and the next day he just falls down to the top four. He's a lunatic.
Maybe you're the great pretender.
But yeah, they are starting to blow up, say, like opening for big acts and going on tour there. And the
The
last
big head as well, like I have to headline with Ali Paddy. Part-time Palace there last month.
very disappointing the EP didn't get them.
Shocked.
Yeah, so Atlantis, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, excellent track again. Keeps up with the same pace of the album. Another kind of haunting start to it, like the way it starts off, that just little kind of guitar. I can just imagine him strumming at the guitar, kicks into the drums, and then the whole band come in. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah, the way his lyrics go halfway through the start, where he's nearly kind of whispering.
Yeah, yeah.
Onto it's brilliant. I said, I don't understand how something like Electric Breaking they don't get like Wunderhorse on.
Yeah, for the Electric Arena or something like that.
Yeah.
But they are big now. Like there's no,
They like pack it out.
there's no
Okay, so we're moving on to 17. The song he wrote when he was
16 and a half.
17. Let's go. Yeah, 17, bit of an emotional one.
Yeah, definitely. Wouldn't be my favourite song on the album now, for being honest. I think it takes it down a level from the last few tracks. But it's a song obviously from a few years ago that he's after re-recording, and he liked it enough to put it in, so it wouldn't be my cup of tea now, to be honest.
Yeah, same. And I think it's because you know what's coming next when you're looking at the track list. But we're going to kick it straight into Teal.
I'll always remember the time that we met. It was somebody's party. You were wearing a black dress, clinging to shadows, chameleon-esque. And we were together when we were 15, but nothing is real then, you know what I mean. I slept with that dancer, I didn't mean it, it was all in a dream, but I don't know what.
See why he was opening for Sam Fender.
Yeah.
Very similar kind of
Yeah.
sound. You know, a little bit like 17 going over.
Yeah, I can get it.
And all of your friends, they say that they need you. When you need them, they just get up and a beautiful man, a beautiful man. I think your heart is filled with blood.
Is your favourite track so far?
Yeah, that's probably my favourite Wunderhorse track, full stop, but probably the most known. I know when they play live, I haven't seen them, and looking at videos of them online, the crowd go crazy for this, and he gets extremely passionate as well. It's a true story as well, which makes it all the better. Like,
Yeah, I said that's one thing he's best about him. Like his songwriting is great. I know some of the early tracks like 17 we were talking about, but everything about them is songs, but the lyrics, the songwriting behind them are great.
yeah, no, I agree. His songwriting is immense, full stop, and yeah.
Alright, let's try into Poppy.
It's my favourite. This reminds me of something that we playing over at prom in the States, and the band are playing this, and everyone's just walking around slow dance at the end of the night. That kind of good. Them guitars are giving me that vibe.
You didn't whip that out of the dead, no? Slow dance.
No, you? Think you might.
Yeah, later on the night.
The song with Dev's the one I bought.
Yeah, I've seen it since.
I don't think I saw her that night at all.
I've seen it since.
I have seen it since.
When did the slow dance go?
Quite a fashion one.
Yeah.
I'd say she's still thinking America. Was that everything Ireland?
No, but like slow dance was a thing in like nightclubs in like the 70s.
In Ireland?
Yeah, I'm pretty up.
It's always around the vein at the end of the night, but I don't think you do that no more.
Yeah, I remember like all song, come on, you did like go over and ask a girl to dance kind of thing.
You remember that?
I don't remember it, but like spiders and napping, that used to be what people were doing.
Oh god. Thank god I wasn't around in them days.
When it picks up in the second half.
That's a good bit of cast,
Yeah. Oh, that was the slide on the guitar.
Yeah. They're sporting away to Manchester as well. And probably Dublin.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's the last part.
do you remember looking at that? People were thinking they're like, it's going to be like Wunderhorse and Fontaines. Yeah, you would open up in Dublin.
And the Fontaines are actually too big for that now. They're paying fucking 50,000
Yeah.
themselves now. Why would they don't do that? They don't have to go and do it.
Yeah, I probably love the guitar on this one.
Yeah, I love that track. It, as I said, I'm getting real American vibes off it. Even at the end parts there as well. It seems to be heavily influenced by kind of American rock music from the kind of mid 80s, late 70s, mid 80s. But yeah, I'm digging it.
You're digging it.
I'm
Oh,
digging
we're going
it.
real
I'm
American.
digging it.
Well, that's what Jacob Slater said about the track. He goes, kind of two worlds. He said the first half, eternal, grungy, you're talking about American aspect, and then the second half, more Stone Rosy, Manchester vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, which, as you can probably tell from how we're talking, this our more favourite aspect of music.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, okay, going straight now into Mantis.
With beautiful insight and make it profound, but it just hooked like
A bit more slow, hypnotic song this time.
Yeah. Don't like as much as a few of the previous tracks. It's not my least favourite on the album, but still listen to it. I would skip it, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the fact that the album is 37 minutes kind of tense that you're not skipping any songs?
Yeah, if you're skipping songs on a 37-minute album, it's not a good thing, definitely not.
Oh, that's when you got the TikTok on the mind where you're like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Scrolling. But yeah, it does help to say I like albums like this. Kind of,
Yeah, well, you see that in the albums like Boy They released this in 2022, and then Midas came out in 2024, and now this year they're after releasing a new track already that only came out a couple of weeks ago, The Rope. So that's possibly another album coming later in the year. So when you come with these shorter kind of albums, you're leaving tracks out that could have made it, and they might possibly go back into tracks again and put them on future albums. So I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, and I'd say as well, from, I said, building up as a solo project, I'd say Jacob Slater, he's got a serious amount of songs written, that are nearly ready to go.
Yeah, and you can kind of get that from the songwriting that he might have a lot of music written. Some of his lyrics are quite twisted and haunting, some the opposite, but yeah, I think he's a brilliant songwriter.
Yeah, he is, and it's kind of similar to like when Noel Gallagher joined Oasis. He just had this catalogue of songs that he'd already written. I was just like, okay, we're going to knock these out of the park.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, going on to Girls Behind the Glass.
Often they open up the drums.
Get up karaoke any of these songs.
Yeah, it would be similar enough. I can go
Your head shaved.
No, not that part, but I could definitely do the high pitch. Definitely, I'd do the high pitch. You kind of sing the way you talk, don't you? You don't really have any melody to it.
That's just a cappella.
I just tried to hear you sing a bit of this song and I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, again, he's coming in with that haunted, where he's nearly whispering there at the end of the track.
Yeah, his vocal range is unbelievable, I think. The way you can kind of do that, and then you can go into these kind of higher pitch, the way he slows it down, you can go real fast, you saw that in Teal. Yeah, his range is deadly.
Yeah, no. So I'm really, really liking this album. I remember the first time I listened to it, after you recommended listening to it. Hell, have I not been listening to these earlier? Because it's everything. I mean, we have a very similar taste in music, and indie rock is the main thing. And you see like what these are inspired by, the likes of Oasis and Stone Roses. It's exactly up my street.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go on to Morphine.
Freedom is mine. Won't you taste the water with me?
Slows it right down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Stranded in time.
Very similar to The Drug in a way, just like slow and hypnotic.
Yeah, no, I'm not really familiar with Morphine myself, but
Oh, that's a good thing.
have you experimented with it?
No, morphine's that they give you when you're on like deathbed.
Oh yeah, it is actually, yeah.
Like fucking up with it.
What's it do? Get rid of all pain, does it?
Yeah, initially.
Might need some of
It's
this
a
out.
good way.
Ladies in white, fading on.
Slow track.
Yeah, very.
Nice vibe to it though.
Nice vibe, complete opposite vibe to the rest of the album, but you need to throw something different in there to make it original, and I like it.
Yeah, for the penultimate track now. Like I said, you see the way the album started off slow, built up,
Yeah,
and now you come back down again.
yeah. There's a trance there, alright, definitely.
Yeah. But that's what we're going to finish the album off now with Epilogue.
The guitar's giving me country vibe or something.
The sweetest feeling,
It really sounds like it's a banjo playing,
Yeah.
an easy freedom.
disrespect as much as they. That vocal range again.
Yeah, it's sip of water after trying that.
Oh, and when he's playing it live, he goes even harder than that. I don't know how he does it night in, night out.
But that's where you need the balance of the songs, like morphine. Give his throat a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought perfect conclusion for the album.
Yeah. Very similar to a lot of tracks where they can show that different kind of range with the slow and then they come and they're. You see at the end there, he was nearly gone. The heaviest that he has been.
Yeah, I love that. Just the drums to finish it off there. Just simple but
perfect conclusion to a almost perfect album, I might say.
yeah, especially for a
Perfect,
debut.
almost more perfect debut album, yeah.
I say can't wait. I'm playing Dublin in August.
Collins Park.
Collins Barracks.
Nice intimate.
Yeah, really
2
looking
nights.
forward to going to see them. So for me, I think I'm going to give this an 8. What will you?
Yeah, I actually do agree with an 8. I think Midas is better. That might get a higher rating off me, and we might do that again eventually. I'm going to give that an 8. A couple of songs might let it down a bit, but there's also some what I think might be future classics in it as well. So
Yeah, and for a band on the way up, as I said, they're taking the best aspects of other bands and blending it together and making their own sound. And really looking forward to what they do in the future.
yeah, same, definitely. Hopefully an album coming with that new track that they released last
Yeah,
week.
maybe early next year.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know if there's any other albums you want us to review. Thanks for listening.